Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is a general reading. It is not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I am featuring a half-off sale, 50% off all of the readings that are described in the description box, where I've clarified the sale price is distinct from the full price. For your convenience, the holidays are coming up. This might make a great gift. But if it's something that you are interested in, please take advantage of this opportunity. I am overall so happy to have you here and for all the support that you give me. So thank you for that, Cancer. Let's get going with your overall energy, the Queen of Wands. This is an energy that is very familiar to you. This is, to me, the way in which you are able to exude a frankly very attractive energy, highly magnetizing to others. Your confidence, your passion comes through, even as a water sign who, with extreme sensitivity to the vibrations going on around you, your attunement to others. This comes through as a level of pride, dignity that is surrounding you at this particular time. This is something that can be translating into an area that is highlighted by this new moon energy, and that is your area of creativity, procreation, recreation, as well as children, friends, the way that you have fun, but the way that you play in a productive way with others. So this is being amplified by the fact that the Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio, where the new moon is on the first of the month, the ruler of that sign is moving into Aquarius, Pluto into Aquarius towards the end of the month. This is really making that sexual chemistry magnify. You are amplifying your ability to attract what you want, what you need towards you. And this is this exudes a kind of determination. You cannot be stopped. In the 10th house, this is the house of your social identity. We have the Six of Cups. What a beautiful energy of not simply nostalgia, but this is you tapping into the source of your talent, your gift. This is your secret power. This is your ability to make things out of the resources you have. It's also reminding you of the way that you felt joyful in exercising your gifts in the past. For many of us, this relates to our childhood, where we were able to express ourselves, to share our gifts playfully, something that came easily and naturally for you. There is a sense of a maker here, a crafting energy, something you do with your hands. But this is also about reclaiming that joy, that pleasure that you exercised when you originally aligned yourself and identified yourself with this creative gift you have. So this is a reminder that this is something you're calling back in. This is the way others see you, powerfully passionate and productive. In the first house, the 10 of Pentacles, this is where your perspective, your immediate goals, what consumes your consciousness on a regular mundane level. This is about legacy. This is about what we have produced in a way that we are known for, something of value that we are leaving for others. This is not necessarily a thing. This can be a tradition. This can be um, an organization, a practice, a belief. But it can also be ways in which you are expressing all the privilege that you've gained in your lifetime as a result of sacrifices others have made. So this often is a feature of our more mature experience where we've gained a lot of experience and the understanding the through line between how we were born within the team, tribe, or community we were born within, and the way that those before us made sure that we experienced a richer level of life than they were. And this is something you're aware that you can do for others. This also indicates that how you value your abundance has changed. It's very important to you that you contribute whatever abundance you've experienced to the world. In the fourth house of your family, your home, your history or traditions. Again, family is focused on here. The Magician card is indicating perhaps you're imagining a new home base, a new foundation, recognizing that you are in a place where your home can express your gifts, your talents, who you are in an authentic way. You can be heading up a project. You can be creating something literal, building a home, imagining a home, creating uh, um, a community in a way that is reminiscent of your past, that may be the result of an inheritance you've received, a gift from the past, but you are establishing this as a part of your family. And I say family in quotes because this is a self identified community, an extended family, perhaps. The family that is inclusive of your partner, your friends, your allies. And this is where you understand that this community, this group of people is what constitutes your foundation. In the seventh house of your significant relationships, the Ace of Wands. So there's absolutely something new that is beginning in your home within a partnership arrangement. This partnership is significant. It can be family, it can be your spouse's family, it can simply be a positive partnership that you and other significant partners are engaging in, are beginning, are starting. So there's a lot here that emphasizes a new beginning in a way that helps you establish a new level of partnership. This may be you uh, leveling up your commitment to a partner. This can be you and a partner finding a new home or establishing a new community for yourselves. Those are just some examples of the way that you can experience this fresh start in a relationship. It can be the result of a more significant change in a relationship, from being together to being single, to from being single to beginning to build a solid partnership or relationship. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey card and hope that this reading is resonating with you so far, Cancer. If it is, please like this video, share this with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you for that. And I pulled the Fear card, and it reads, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of fear. This card is particularly relevant around the energy of this new moon in Scorpio. Again, whose ruler is moving into a new sign after 2 decades about, and moving into Aquarius for another 2 decades. This is a once in a lifetime experience. Pluto makes rotations roughly about 240 years. This is really a time when you are facing your fears, the things that have limited you. You've gained the courage, the maturity, the experience to look at those things that have caused you uh, pause, anxiety that you perhaps have avoided. And there does feel to be an energy around your family, some tradition around your family, some way in which relationships in your family or in your significant partnerships have been strained over the years. And that now you are facing, taking a stand, perhaps. This may be an unpopular stand, one that is showing you, displaying your resolve in a way that is unfamiliar and not at all well received by others. However, as a result of this and your indifference to the opinions of others, you are actually gaining a measure of pride and courage, energy, bravery in taking the stance and actually blowing some people out of the water. But this really is not only about loving the love that you've given and expended in your significant relationships, but it's also about really prioritizing the love and respect you have for yourself and your needs. Many of these needs having not been addressed or reciprocated by people who you might have most expected to support you in the past. And in the first house, the Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Swords. Indeed, I do feel like this is the fear that you are facing with your family or in significant relationships. This can also have to do with your career or some public position you hold, the opinions of others, the way others see you. You have often been limited by the dismissal of others, by their lack of faith that you had what it took to do something significant. There are ways in which this has stopped you from moving forward in the past, but at this time you are no longer doubting yourself, as evidenced by this beautiful energy of confidence, knowing who you are, expressing who you authentically are, and letting the chips fall where they may. This is bound to cause ruffles. However, you understand that you are worthy and that your ideas, your projects, your efforts are worthy of support. And so if you are not recognized for those qualities which are truly on display, and that this is something that you have consistently displayed, a sense of courage and passion about who you are and what you believe in, then you are clear that the support exists for you elsewhere. You don't rely on the approval of this group of people. And it does feel, again, like it's wrapped up with a family legacy, perhaps an inheritance, perhaps a sharing of resources around something that was left to family members. The ace, the fourth house with the magician, is clarified with the justice card. Yeah, this is more and more feeling like some of those old wounds, some of that damage, some of the loss, or certainly the imbalance and injustice you may have experienced as a part of your growing up, your individuating yourself within a context of a home community, a family of origin, is something that you're now balancing within yourself. This again looks like you're not only not seeking approval, but you're actually addressing, uh, claiming the effort that you have already invested in something that has not been properly returned to you. What is as important, if not more important, than the actual resources that you have or haven't been shared with, uh, or that you haven't received, is the sense of recognizing your own a journey from feeling victimized, feeling demeaned, feeling belittled, to a place of empowerment, of advocacy for yourself and for others like you. There may be more than you in the family or in the unit that you on the team that you're working on who've experienced the sense of unfair treatment, even exploitation, even feeling used and manipulated. But it is that process of empowerment that is what you not only are claiming for yourself, but you are sharing with others. You're advocating that for other members who've shared a similar fate. In the seventh house, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Six of Swords. This again is about this deeper sense of power that this new moon is highlighting for so many of us. This transition of Pluto from one sign to another, having a tremendous global impact. So the idea that you have gone as far as you can in a certain situation, perhaps among certain relationships, and that you've actually cut your losses. You're willing to move on now. Part of that moving on is about finding peace, finding some sense of acceptance that this situation was the way it was for a reason, and that despite the feeling of being trampled, being damaged, hurt, or even rejected, you have come out better. You have learned a lot about who you are, who you're not, what you want, and what you don't want. And this is really defining this move on, however you describe it, however you are sensing it or thinking about it or experiencing it. This can involve physical travel. This can involve transcontinental travel. For many of you, water is involved. It feels like there's some kind of a return to your origin, perhaps a connection to family traditions. Um, this may be involved in your attempt to accept your family, accept members of your family, accept those traditions, and to acknowledge how you have grown as a result of this. In the 10th house, the Six of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Wands. So here is another 10, always indicating that you've come to the end of a journey. You are concluding something, you're wrapping up something. And along with whatever family traditions or resources that you've benefited from, you've also released the responsibilities that were burdened by expectations of others regarding who you are or what you could do, what you were deserving of. There feels like an, a subtext here of you being only groomed or conditioned to play a certain role, or in some ways, that is the message that you received, not simply from your family. This can be from your early educational experience. This can be from society at large, that your position, your role, your capacity in the world was limited to ways in which you could care for others. And that success was something that you helped others to achieve, not something that you were expected to achieve or even to want. So really moving aside the need for approval from people perhaps who really never served or supported you is part of this actual relief and release that you may be experiencing, particularly in the month of November, where this planetary change may signal some outer change in an institution or a group, a community that signals its the end of its usefulness, the end of its purpose, the inability of it to serve its purpose that we as its members, social members, rely on. I hope that's clear. It feels like your release is tied up with a social institution or a practice. And I am going to leave it here for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for being with me today. And until next time, namaste.